Mm-hmm. Do I know him? No, it's just some guy that I met on the game. Yes. Alright. Be careful on these shifty shafts. I hear people right up here, on the other side of where I'm at. I really need her shotgun. Oh my god, I just fell on the shafts.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. Coming up, we've
got him. I avenged you.
Between the Dallas Cowboys
oh
and
my
the
god,
Miami
did they have
Dolphins.
stuff too. Oh, didn't take any damage? What? I thought I was dead to rights. Thank you, I need that. I need that. Oh, I just fell again.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3.
That's where I fell whenever they were able to kill you. Otherwise, I could have saved you.
Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing.
I hear more. Just make sure I'm
That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh,
and
crap.
Taking it across
I gotta get in the
midfield
circle.
and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19
Okay,
yards.
I'm going to need you to stop with the
When this
screaming.
offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first
This is going to
down.
kill me. Somebody's launch pad. Oh, no.
Fresh set of downs here.
Why is that? Is it just talking it up the ball game?
The give is to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2. And it'll be second
I'm about to die, Tanner. I'm about to die.
Came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind.
They're watching me from the back.
We see a lot of that in today's NFL.
They're in the
And
swim
that
with me.
time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Oh, shit, he's right here on me.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
So he can have a full running start when he caught the ball.
Yeah! I should have built, but I was running low. Whatever. Oh, Giovanni, that's awesome, man. That is very cool. Alright, yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. The kids are home, so I'm going to get bit. My household is too loud.
That's okay. I can get off, bro.
Do what?
I can get off if it's me.
No. I got the kids here now. Get over yourself. No, we're good. We're good. Alright, guys. I'll catch you next time.
See you, bro.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
I'm playing this Madden game, Tantan.
Knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to have that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Damn, you know what I just realized? 5.
They'll try to run it with Marine. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Go.
A second down throw for Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And it's coming from the vicinity of home. Oh, god damn.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Bailey now to keep this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
The only way that could have possibly been better is if you had thrown a pick 6 there for being greedy. It wouldn't have been funny. It would have been.
Now it's the Boise State on. Jay. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. With a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They run again with a J. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run stuff and variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him as it is. It was a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on the game and others around the NFL.
Getting some of that sweet, sweet team.
They'll start the drive.
It also
with
doesn't
Elliott.
help that Japan isn't inherently
A pretty
racist
move couldn't
as-
create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2.
Or bye,
they
for
face
that
a
matter.
2nd and 7 to start things out.
He wasn't saying love you. He was saying love you. He was saying bye. Bye.
Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was
Rocket
coming
power.
together. Looked like there was an opening.
Oh!
Still,
What a
ended up with a
face
solid
mask.
game.
Oh my God. You yanked that boy hard out of his chest.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. And he's got the 1st down
won't
as
do
he's
it.
up to the 45-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Haven't met a football team
I'd
yet
have
that
just been
runs the
great
ball
with the dude
successfully.
popping up saying,
That doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose
Thanks
in
for
there,
spoiling it,
smell
asshole.
where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards
Mama
there.
don't went
Now
upside the
3rd
10
down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you?
You don't like
almost
that.
by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll run. It's Vereen. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They're in the second quarter now in Oakland, and the Raiders have jumped out to an early lead over the Chiefs. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
I think that was a good job there defensively. Yeah. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's going to launch this thing. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I know some teams are worried about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also,
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken.
10-10, no! You're a part of the Rebel Alliance and therefore...
Back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies a big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Very easily.
Meanwhile, up in Buffalo, the Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. The playoff picture starting to come into focus. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along and the other scores from around the league. 1st and 10. Prescott looking downfield for Dez.
You run your screaming 1080.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
That's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air,
it's
always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Yeah, it's Richard Sherman.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football.
But on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sidelines.
Know how much space you have, and make sure you get your feet down. But yeah, coming back to the football.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action.
Very easily.
Tannehill now to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. That catch good for 5. It's 30 yards on the play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed.
He never
to
runs
have to
up the middle.
There after giving up
you
the
know
first
that
down.
if you paid an iota of attention, it's in the league. Is he planning failed state conventions? No.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st down, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrell Casey in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Uses the tools of the incompetent built upon monuments of nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill.
Specialize in them are good for nothing.
And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Oh, shit. Hey,
So
Terry.
after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
No.
Go ahead and quit out of it. He just messaged me back and said he can play in the next 10-15 minutes.
The game that missing.
He's not the Rams, he's the Cardinals. But even still, he did it on Tanner's orders, so you'd have to take it up with him. Oh, pick! Wow, I didn't know the Seahawks had Malik Hooker. Oh, no wonder why you let Earl Thomas go. Square. Nice. I think Earl Thomas is doing work for me right now. My phone is messed up. I can only receive text messages on my Apple Watch. Oh, you're lucky you got that back. Triangle, oh my god. Triangle was open in the back of the end zone there, Jedi. Yeah. Everybody was congregating. I guess he had his coverage shaded to the line. Because odds are he forgot his password to his old account. And rather than simply recover the password, he tends to just make a whole new account altogether. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever accused Spurs of being smart. And if anybody has, they're a motherfucking lie. Ain't that right, Solar?
Solar left.
Because he's a bitch. Inch high private eye looking ass boy, head ass boy. Does he now? If I'm not mistaken, he's got Mike Tomlin as a coach in GGFL now that I think about it. I think that's who I saw. I don't know if that's actually who it is or not, but his coach does look a little more real than other coaches. He clearly didn't see that linebacker standing there in the middle of the field doing nothing. That's the $1,000,000 question, my friend. He, No, I didn't message him. He messaged me about joining. He might just be in his feelings because he got suspended, what, last week? Nobody gives a damn about emoticons. And another touchdown. You gave up another touchdown, idiot. You weren't even close to being able to block that, Jedi. If was the fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Damn. Damn.
Sound like he wasn't gone. We really have to have a discussion about what the word almost means.
He said, not homeless. Almost.
Almost.
No.
The fuck?
Damn.
I don't even know where to fucking start with that. Yep. I told you what you gotta do, Jedi. Anything that has fucking pop-ups is malware, and it's fucking with your shit. I thought recreational weed was legal in Florida. Wait, 600 milliliters only lasts you 3 days? Jedi, my fucking towel, dude. I'll pull my fucking towel down to lay on you, asshole. You're a good boy. Get on my fucking nerves, but you're a good boy. Get down. Down. Go lay on your pillow. That's what you do. Get out. Get out. Out. Thank you.
Where's this guy at, Darth?
Get out. All the way. Get out. Dude, I responded to him immediately. You telling me he didn't? Come on, man. That's a post over the top. Oh, comeback route. You know what? Send this bitch a PlayStation message because I know he's still online.
I'll text him again.
Claims that his phone is messed up. He can only get messages on his Apple Watch.
Oh, your Apple Watch is around your wrist.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't mean to send him a party invite, but fuck it. Huh. I sent him 2 party invites. That's the one I wanted. Truthfully, I don't even know if he has a mic to get on, but fuck it.
Mm-hmm. He respond to you.
Not yet. You should focus on playing the games in the leagues you're already in. I stand by my previous statement. I'm about to call him.
What's that, Darth?
As I'm about to call him. I done exhausted every possibility. I fucking sent him a message on PlayStation, for God's sake. Sent him a PSN message. I texted him. Hey, he's online in Madden, Terry. Just send him an invite.
Will it let me now? Because it still says my game's being saved.
Oh, shit. I gotta, oh, right, I gotta take him off of auto. Hang on. Dolphins. Toggle autopilot off. Okay, go ahead.
So delete this game.
Should be able to just back out and then go back in.
I was already out of it. When I go to click in it, it says resume this game or
No,
delete.
back out of the league and go back in. Like, go back to the actual main menu of Madden itself.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
where
reload the franchise.
that's where I am. And then when I click on franchise, it gives me the option to continue playing that game.
Well, then in that case, I guess hit no. It shouldn't. He's not on auto anymore. That's stupid. Like, it's one thing if it's still on auto, but once the person gets taken off of auto, it shouldn't give you that option anymore, is what I'm saying. That's what I said. That's stupid. Go lay down, puppy. Why are you in here? Get out. Why I gotta keep telling you? Get out. Out, 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 out. No. Out.
Okay, the invite's been sent.
Fuck was that going? What? Jealous X? just slide in the DMs instead of posting it for everyone to see, Jedi. Yeah, I would assume. And about the likes, it's more the comments than anything. Unless, your name just happens to be the first one that pops up. It's like Jedi Capricorn and 20 others like this post. Yeah. Oh, God, you got desperate. You didn't post it on every single picture, did you? Probably shouldn't say that on something that's being monitored. Dude, PlayStation is like the chief way that fucking ISIS gets their messages and shit.
How long do you want me to wait on this invite?
Oh no, this shit is getting ridiculous though. Dude literally messaged me. I messaged him right back. He's ready to play now if you are. Then a few minutes later, he's waiting to play on, he's waiting on you to play. Then hello. Then he sent you an invite when I told you to send the invite. I'm seriously about to call him. Like right now. Like I'm not even fucking joking. Oh, he didn't pick up. I have no idea. I don't have Verizon.
No, I don't.
You could probably Google it. Okay, my bad. Eating with the family. Was it him as soon as we finished eating?
Good God.
I know, right? Shit, I should have just let you finish the fucking game.
I know, I was only like 40 seconds out of halftime.
You'd be just about done right now. My fucking God. Why are you in here? Get out! Huh? Well, this game has gotten ugly. Where's my phone? Oh my god.
If he waits too much longer, he'll be the one playing CPU.
Nah, if anything, I'll give you the fucking force win because this is ridiculous.
My damn medicine's gonna start kicking in. It's gonna knock my ass out.
This is absurd.
Says I've got somebody watching. Who's watching me? Oh. I didn't know if it's Tan or what.
Where is Santa? Did he leave?
Yeah, he said, I'll see y'all. I'm gonna jump off for a little bit. See y'all after later.
Oh yeah, he did. He damn sure did.
Where'd everybody else go?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
I told you what to do already.
I know Solar left. What about Hulk and everybody else too?
I assume they left too?
Well, it says Hulk's still in here. Did Tanner tell you that I sent him a picture of my belly tube?
What, like a couple weeks ago?
No, not for last.
Oh god, no, he didn't. He
He,
might have been blocking it out mentally.
he probably was because he was at work and he was eating lunch.
Oh, you monster.
Well, I didn't know he was. It was at the time I sent it. He goes, "Damn you." And I sent back LOL and he goes, "Man, I was eating lunch."
Oh, wow.
I feel like you that day that you were waiting on somebody and had your stream. I think that's who it was. And you had your stream up forever. I'll be right back.
Oh, great. Only 87 more suicide missions to go.
You still here, Doris?
Yep.
I seen Jedi just left.
This is...
Alright, man, I'm backing out.